Woo! What's going on, guys? Orange Form coming at you guys today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the NFC North and what the Chicago Bears did. The Chicago Bears traded their number one overall pick. It was yesterday to the Carolina Panthers. They go from number one to number 9 now. The Chicago Bears do, and the Panthers shoot up to that number one spot. Now, they've been talking about this for like a little bit now. You don't really see these trades go down for the number one pick. It's, there's always talk every single year that this team's looking to get out of that number one pick. This team's looking to get out of that number one pick. It doesn't materialize a lot, but this time it did, and the Panthers shot up there, and the Bears did well. The Bears they did really good. I hate to say it, but they did. They got obviously from number one to the number 9 overall pick in 2023. They also got the number 61 overall pick in the second round. And then they ended up getting a first round pick in 2024, and then a second round pick in 2025. And then a very underrated get here is they got wide receiver DJ Moore. A lot of people are trying to say that he's not a very good wide receiver. That's not true. He's pretty solid. He hasn't really had a lot to work with in Carolina. But he's a guy that's been there for 5 years in Carolina and averaged over 1,000 yards per season. I think his rookie year he had over 700 plus, and then his last year he had almost 900 yards. But he went 3 years in a row with over 1,100 yards. So he's a good wide receiver. He's a wide receiver one. He's not a superstar wide receiver or anything like that, but he's a guy that gets the job done. So the Bears, that's a very good get, a very good haul for what they trading with the Carolina Panthers. Sucks to say it, but the Bears did well. Now they have to see what they do in order of draft picks. Now they have a lot of currency, a lot of draft capital, we call it too, and they loading up that war chest on picks. So let's see what happens with that. So far, they did really well right there. Now, but I'm making this video though. This video is because I think it's really big news for the Detroit Lions and on possible draft day. Now, I've told you guys 1,000 times. I made videos about it, and I feel like I've talked about this before too. That this draft order, especially in the top 5, the Lions being at 6. I don't personally like where we're at 6. Okay, I think we're going to miss out on probably. I felt like we were going to miss out on possibly one of the two best defensive players in this draft in Will Anderson, who is my biggest man crush going on, and Jalen Carter, who's a really, really good defensive tackle. Now, I think those chances, because of this trade, now those chances I think have slightly increased for one of those players to slip to us at 6. Let me explain. Now, obviously, the Panthers going to 1. There's talks of them obviously getting a quarterback. You wouldn't trade up all the way unless you're probably going to go get a quarterback, is my guess. But maybe they're in love with another defensive player. Maybe they're in love with Will Anderson, because Will Anderson is an absolute dog. So, but let's just say the Panthers are going quarterback. Now, the rumor is that they're stuck between 3 guys. I was just watching, I believe it was ESPN, I think it was Jeremy Fowler on ESPN, and he was saying that they're stuck on 3 guys, and he named Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, and Anthony Richardson. Those are the 3 guys that I don't know if he had confirmation, but that was his guess. So those 3 quarterbacks right there, and they're stuck on them. So now they're open to trading out of there already to acquire more picks, which would be absolutely astronomical. I don't think it's ever been done. If it has, I don't remember. There could be a time in NFL history where that has happened. But they are either going to take a quarterback or they're going to trade out. And if they trade out, who are they going to trade out? Because they don't want to drop far, apparently, Carolina. They want to drop maybe 3-4 spots. Now, could they trade out with the Colts? The Colts could be in love with the quarterback. They need a quarterback. Could they shoot the 1 and go for CJ Stroud or a Bryce Young? And the Panthers can still maybe get their quarterback at 3 or 4. So I think I personally think that 4 quarterbacks are going in the top 5. I really do, and I think we're going to get our pick of either Anderson or Carter, and it's probably going to be Carter if he's there, which I think he will be. Now it just all depends what Holmes and company think of Jalen Carter because of the drag racing. It's not really. I don't think it's a character issue with him. I think it's a maturity issue with him, and guys can really fix that. So let's just say the Panthers quarterback, Texans, they're 100% going quarterback. I cannot see them not going quarterback. There's no way they're going into the season with Davis Mills again. There's just no way. And then the Cardinals. Now this is where it starts to get a little bit tricky. They apparently want to trade out too. There's rumors that they don't want to be at 3, and who knows how far they want to go down. But let's just say someone trades up with them. So it's probably going to be another quarterback-hungry, quarterback-needy team that is going to trade with the Cardinals. So, but say they stay at 3. There's probably a good chance Will Anderson's gone. I think they're still giving Kyler Murray a little bit of rope there. I think they're giving a little bit of leeway. They're wanting him to be the leader, and let's see what that happens. Now, let's say the Colts are at 4. They don't trade up with the Panthers or anything like that. I think they're going quarterback as well. Then the Seahawks, this is where it gets tricky. It gets tricky again a little bit. Now, with the Seahawks, it goes, okay, they just signed Geno Smith to a 3-year deal. You go look at the details of that deal. It does not mean that Geno Smith is the future of the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks, he is in his 30s, Geno, and they will probably be looking for the future quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks. So at 5, I think a quarterback could very well go. So the Cardinals and the Seahawks are what kind of concern me more. But I'm calling the Seahawks are drafting a quarterback. I think they are. I think they're going to go quarterback of the future. If you go look at the details of that contract with the Seattle Seahawks, it completely explains probably why they're going to go quarterback of the future, because there's an out in that Seahawks contract with Geno Smith. And it's a smart contract, just like the Giants did with Daniel Jones. It's a 4-year deal, but there's an out after 2 more if all fails, which I think it might. But that's a whole other video. Then the Lions are at 6. And then the Lions are going to have their pick. I think Carter's going to be there. I just think Carter's going to be there. The only one that worries me is one of those teams might take Anderson. One of those teams might take Will Anderson. And then nothing is a guarantee. Life is nothing but a guarantee. It's not. If the people say, it's a guaranteed lock, this is going to happen. You can say that, but nothing in life is guaranteed. Nothing is a lock. And the draft just gets crazier and crazier. Things are heating up like crazy right now. There's teams that want to trade out of the top 5. Panthers already want to get out of there. Cardinals apparently rumored to be already trying to get out of there. So there's a lot of quarterback hungry teams. There could be a team like the Las Vegas Raiders shooting up in the top 5, trying to get a quarterback. There's other teams looking to possibly get a quarterback. So my guess is 4 quarterbacks are going in the top 5, and we all know who it is. It's Young, Stroud, Richardson, and Will Levis. I think those 4 guys are going to go in the top 5. Someone's going to fall in love with Anthony Richardson's measurables. I just think it's going to happen. It could be the Colts, could be the Panthers, could be the Seahawks. Who knows? The Texans are drafting a quarterback. The Colts are, like I said, and the Seahawks. So that's just my guess. The only one that really makes me concerned is the Cardinals. Because if they take Will Anderson's my guy. That's who I want. He's my Von Miller, Micah Parsons type guy that I wanted back in 2020 when we took, or 2021 when we took Penei Sewell. And I love Sewell, but Parsons was my guy. That's who I wanted. And this is that guy for me. This is how much I love Will Anderson. Not too many flaws to his game, and that's a whole other video. But that's the guy I want. But I think he's the first defensive player taken off the board. And teams like Cardinals and the Seahawks Seahawks concern me a little. They concern me a little. This is all guesswork, though. I'm just guessing. You know what I mean? I'm just guessing, having some fun with this. But I really hope a player like Will Anderson or Jalen Carter slips to us, and we get a top 3 guy, top 4 guy at 6. I just hope that happens, man, because it's going to be quarterback heavy in the first 5 picks. My guess. So thank you, Chicago Bears. Thank you, Carolina Panthers. I think it's a good trade I think the Bears fleeced the Panthers. I hate to say it, but I think they did. So I'm saying thank you right now with a little bit of a question mark. Thank you. It's like one of those, what's the movie with Will Ferrell there where he's Anchorman, where he's thank you, San Diego. Whatever he does there, I probably butchered that, but it almost reminds me of that. Stay classy, San Diego. Is that what it was? So having a little bit of fun with it today, guys. I'm really happy this trade went down, and I think this increases our chances of getting a really top-notch defensive player. I'm sick of hearing all this talk about getting Christian Gonzalez at 6 or Devin Witherspoon, man. I won't be normal in the head if that happens, man. I don't want those guys. I want one of those defensive up front guys. I want Anderson or Carter. But that's it, guys. Thanks a lot. Thank you for paying attention to the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the bottom right. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Get all my videos up top. Don't forget to like, comment, share this out. I really appreciate it. What do you think, guys? You think that increases our chances of one of the top-notch D players falling to us? I think it does, man. Thanks a lot, guys. Go Lions, one pride, baby. Boom.